Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be learning 5 Otterly amazing facts you didn't know about otters. So let's get right into it. Fact number 1. Otters have flexible middle ears. This means they can move them independently of each other. They can move their outer ear to face forward or backward. That way they can hear in any direction. This also gives them excellent underwater hearing. This is very useful for listening out for predators like bears and wolves. They can also swivel their ears to face sideways. This means that if there's prey nearby, they can hear where it is without turning their whole head. Hearing in 3 dimensions makes life easier for all animals who have it. But being able to move your ears independently is pretty unique. Only some mammals have this ability, such as gerbils and squirrels. Fact number 2, otters play with rocks. Otters will pick up rocks and toss them around just for fun. This may seem unusual, but they do it for many reasons. One reason could be that they enjoy the feeling of the rock in their paws. It's a nice change from always playing with sticks and seaweed. Another reason is that they use rocks to crack open clams and mussels. Rocks are not only used for hunting, though. Sometimes otters use rocks as tools for grooming. They will rub the rock against their fur to remove parasites and dead skin. This keeps their fur clean and healthy. I bet those river stones feel really good against your fur when you rub them like a back scratcher. Otters might also use rocks as part of their courtship rituals. Male otters will sometimes bring a rock or a pebble to a female as a kind of gift. She may accept it or reject it if she doesn't like him. Otters may also use rocks to mark their territory. They'll drag the rocks to the edge of their territory and then roll them around. The rocks will make a crunching sound that alerts any other otters to stay away. Sometimes they even use rocks as mirrors. Yeah, that's right. They love to check out their reflection in a rock pool. But what's funny is that they don't recognize themselves. They think it's another otter. If there's a male otter looking at his reflection, he'll often try to attack it. The same goes if there's a female otter. They'll get into a fighting stance and slap the water with their paws. It's like they're having a staring contest, but with more growling and slapping. Number 3. Otters hold hands while they sleep. This isn't something they do just for cuteness. It's actually for safety. When otters are sleeping, they like to hold hands with the otter next to them. This is so they won't drift apart during the night. If an otter wakes up and finds that its partner has drifted away, it will quickly swim over to them and nudge them awake. This keeps them close together and prevents them from getting lost. If an otter wakes up and finds that their partner has disappeared, they'll frantically search for them. If they don't find their partner, they may become very upset and stop eating. This shows how important it is for otters to stay close to their partners. Some people think that otters only hold hands if they're romantically involved, but that's not true. Any otters can hold hands when they sleep, whether they're related or not. For example, mother otters will hold hands with their babies when they sleep. This keeps the babies safe and warm. The mother otter will also use her body to block any potential predators from reaching the babies. Otter moms are super protective of their young, and holding hands is one way that they keep them safe. Also, baby otters will hold hands with each other when they play. This helps them to stay together and not get separated. They also like to hold hands when they're tired, because it makes them feel more secure. In general, holding hands seems to be a very important thing for otters. It's a way for them to stay close to each other and feel more secure. It's also a very cute thing to see. Number 4. Otters have different dialects. Just like humans, otters use sound to communicate with each other. They make a variety of noises, including whistles, barks, and growls. But did you know that otters have different dialects? A dialect is a form of a language that is specific to a certain group of animals. For example, a group of whales may use a particular dialect that is different from the dialect used by another group of whales. The same is true for otters. Researchers have found that otters have different dialects depending on where they live. For example, otters that live in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of North America use one dialect, while otters that live in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Europe use a different dialect. Even otters that live in different rivers can have different dialects. This is because otters learn their dialect from the other otters they live with. When they're young, they copy the sounds that they hear and eventually develop their own unique dialect. This is similar to how humans learn to speak. When we're young, we listen to the people around us and learn to speak their language. As we get older, we may develop our own accent depending on where we live. Same thing with otters. But why do otters need different dialects? Well, it's not entirely clear. Some researchers believe that dialects help otters to communicate more effectively. By using a dialect specific to their group, otters can avoid confusion when talking to other groups. This is especially important when there are predators around. If an otter gives an alarm call, the other otters in its group need to understand the call and respond quickly. If they don't, the whole group could be at risk of being eaten. Other researchers believe that dialects help otters to attract mates. Male otters may use a particular dialect to attract females. Females may prefer the dialect of males from their own group, which helps to keep the gene pool strong. Whatever the reason, it's clear that dialects are an important part of otter communication. By understanding the different dialects of otters, we can learn more about how these amazing creatures communicate with each other. Number 5. Sea otters have human-like hands. Sea otters have 5 fingers on each hand, just like humans. The shape of their hands is also very similar to ours. They even have opposable thumbs. This means that sea otters can grasp objects with their hands in much the same way that we can. They use their hands to hold on to each other, to explore their surroundings, and to manipulate objects. This is in contrast to other animals who have paws. Paws are more suited for walking and running rather than grasping objects. For example, a bear's paw has 5 toes, but they're not opposable. This means that a bear can't grip things with its paws in the same way that a sea otter can. Having human-like hands allows sea otters to do things that other animals can't do. For example, they're able to crack open clams and mussels, which is an important part of their diet. They also use their hands to groom themselves. Sea otters spend a lot of time grooming their fur, and they use their hands to reach every part of their body. This helps them remove parasites and keep their fur clean and healthy. Having human-like hands is a unique trait among animals. It allows sea otters to perform tasks that require dexterity and precision. It's one of the things that makes sea otters such amazing creatures. I hope you learned something new about otters today. Which fact was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like this video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. See you next time.